Protective mom, a teenage son, and the neighbor's undies. The subject of today's DM Dilemma on Y101. It is Adam and Allison, and if you have advice for clothesline Carrie, we want it at 601-995-1017. She writes, "Hey guys, there are panties on display in my backyard. Ooh. I live in a duplex, and the young woman who lives next door has been very polite, but she hangs her underwear out to dry every Friday. I'm a single mom, and it's become a real problem for my teenage son. He gets excited for laundry day on Fridays, and I think he's even taken pictures. Not to judge, but you guys should see her clothesline on Fridays. I don't know how she even has so many bras and panties to wash each week unless she's a dancer or cam girl. Ooh. I don't know if I should say something to her or if I should maybe let her catch my son looking, so maybe she'll move them inside. Maybe it's a crazy mama bear talking, but what would y'all do?" 601-995-1017 if you have advice.
I can't give parent advice here because I'm not a parent, but I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the girls whose undies are on display. And I feel like this is a really good opportunity to not only work on the fact, I'm working on it too, that we don't want to judge people. And I think we're being a little judgy if we're being like, how do you even have so many bras and underwear that you can wash every single week unless you're doing X, Y, or Z? And I think the other thing is it's a really good opportunity for us to practice minding our business and also teach our teenagers about minding our business.
So that I think that she could solve this problem altogether just by letting her teenage son know that she knows. Like,
oh, you think she hasn't embarrassed her teenage son enough? She could really lather on this embarrassment of kind of teasing him about the fact that she knows that he's looking forward to laundry day.
Absolutely, because I have not been a parent before, but I have been a teenage boy before.
Yes, you
and
have.
If my mom would have caught me doing something like looking at the neighbor's underwear and made any kind of comment about it, that behavior would stop.
That is 100%. A really good point.
It's a great teachable moment for the kid because we can't have kids just staring
ogling.
at. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The neighbor's undies. 601-995-1017. Izzy says, "Your perv son is not your neighbor's problem. Teach your son better." Like, what?
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Just a good smack upside the head or some embarrassment, I feel like should do the trick.
601-995-1017 is our phone number. If you've got advice for clothesline Carrie, whose son looks forward to laundry day every day because the next door neighbor is hanging out her underwear. She thinks she's even seen him take pictures of the unmentionables hanging out outside. Teenage boy, what are you going to do? 601-995-1017. Do you talk to the neighbor? Do you talk to your son? What?
I think you talk to the son, and I want to give snaps to MJ's text. She says, "I agree about the teachable moment for her son. It's time to learn that the effect a woman's clothing or body has on you is at its root, not the woman's problem. You have a choice in ogling her undies."
But then again, we got this text that says the only thing the guy is guilty of is using his man intuition.
Yeah, but at what age do we start learning that every impulse isn't something that we just get to act on?
Yeah, I definitely think Carrie should be telling her teenage son, don't get caught looking at the undies.
I liked your idea, too, of just straight up embarrassing him. That was a great tactic on me whenever I was a teen.
Oh, it would have been the worst if my mom would have had that conversation with me. But neither of us are parents, but Mary and Clinton, the parents of John Michael, who we love on the Good Vibe Tribe, weekday mornings at 6:40 on Y101, has advice for Carrie. What would you say, Mary?
I will tell this mom this is a teachable lesson. Just as you guys said, she needs to teach her kid not to be, I don't know if I can even say this on air, but a pervert.
You could say that, yeah.
Okay, well, a perv. Don't feed into it. Don't make the neighbor stop doing whatever it is that she's doing. She's washing her clothes and hanging them out to dry. You're not supposed to put your delicates in the dryer anyway.
Let's say John Michael's a little older and maybe he's ogling the neighbor's undies. Exactly what is the conversation that you're going to have that Carrie can use word for word with her son?
John Michael, everyone takes care of themselves in different ways. That's her way of taking care of her undergarments. Stop ogling and googling. You're being weird. Okay?
Maybe weird. You should tell him to Google instead of oogle.
No.
There we go.
We don't need that.
Thanks for the call, Mary.
Bye.
Hey, Jesse, what's your advice?
Well, I say let the boy look. I said it ain't gonna hurt nothing. When I was a teenager, probably about 19 or 20, I had a neighbor that mowed her grass in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
And it was nice to look at. My dad would have been concerned if I didn't look. So but it was. And then one day she invited me over for a drink. So, but we'll talk about that story another day. But
did you pull out your weed whacker? That's why 101, Jesse. Thank you for the call.